This is Steve Buckstars and AverStreet.com. This is my iLookUSA.com rant. The company is a fraud, a scam. I worked for them last month for a whole week, starting Valentine's Day weekend, and I spent a total of 16 hours uploading video to the Dropbox, communicating via phone, email, including 8 hours of on-site work, doing model photography shoots. And I also reported them to scamguard.com. They have got four different complaints. They apparently I'm not the first photographer that they've hired that they don't intend to pay. They never intended to pay me because the lady I talked to in Michigan kept changing her story over and over again. She kept making stuff up. Oh yeah, we'll pay for upfront expenses. Oh well, no, you got to sign this release. You've got to sign this contract. And I'm like, okay. And then they were like, well, we'll send it to your PayPal within a couple of days. Oh, we didn't get the payroll to the end of the week. She would just keep changing her story. And then after about 2 weeks of trying to get some kind of resolution, they just stopped talking to me. And so I finally was forced to file a complaint with them on ScamGuard and file other complaints as well. With no resolution, no communication, total communication blackout. And they're now claiming that they're not going to use my photos, even though they said they loved my photos. But they do this with other photographers. There's other photographers who didn't get paid who've also complained about this company. There's models who have worked for them that didn't get paid. They make models pay a bond fee up front. And so you have basically it's a perfect scam. You make people pay all this money up front with promise a big payment, and then you don't pay them. Luckily, they didn't do that with me. I'm not a sucker. They were trying to get me to pay for an Uber and all these expenses to go to Diamond Bar, California. And I told the lady on the phone, the boss lady on the phone, I was like, I can't afford to go to Diamond Bar, California through an Uber. It's going to cost $60, $70 to go there unless you're willing to pay upfront expenses. And then I would probably need a hotel if I was going to go that far out. And yeah, so luckily I only wasted a week worth of work with them instead of like a whole month. But it really royally ticked me off because I thought it was after months of looking for work here in LA. I thought it was a job lead that was going to be promising. They had promised me $15 an hour, and it ended up being nothing for nothing. And I ended up missing most of the Gallifrey Doctor Who convention because I thought, well, I was like, I'll take preference of paid work over non-paid work. And so they're not the first scammers I came across. There was a guy who wanted to do a photo shoot with me. He said he liked my steampunk look, wanted to cast me in a TV show, gave me a business card claiming he was a screenwriter. But luckily, the laptop I was on had a firewall up, and his website was a phishing site. And he kept being very flaky about meeting up and making up excuses. So he was just trying to fish for information and ended up being a scammer as well. And then I met a lady who was a producer, but she was just a compulsive liar. Claimed to be a producer, but a compulsive liar because she liked making herself feel good, making herself feel important. So there's a lot of scammers here in Hollywood, and so I just got to keep trying. But it's rough and it still pisses me off. So I would recommend do not do business with this company, iLookUSA.com. Unless you want to work for free and not get paid, do not do business with iLookUSA.com. This is Steve Buck Star Raisin out. You have a nice day, and I will see you 25 billion years.